Something that I've noticed about the short constructed responses that require an answer, a response to get the first point and evidence to support it to get the other one is that you often have to infer the answer. In other words, read between the lines to be able to figure out what the answer might be in the situation for the question that we're going to look at. It's question number 2 of our secondary short constructed response questions. Uh, and it says, and I'll read it to you and then we'll look at it. It says, what was the effect of Chase's invention in the article How Candy Took Over America? Be sure to support your answer with evidence from the article. Okay, so I'm going to show you in my graphic organizer, in my Read-Vising Graphic Organizer, that there's a section for answer and evidence that's related to cause, transition, effect. And I just couldn't think of another name, so I call it the Teeter-Transition-Totter or the C-transition-saw. And so once your kids are able to find the cause of something because such and such, the result, also known as the effect, will be such and such. And so the answer to the question is the effect. What was the effect of his invention? So I'll show it to you, and then I'm going to show you how to use the ARM part of the graphic organizer to help you come up with the answer and how to base it on evidence. Okay, so again, this is question number 2. It's the secondary test, week 2 of the test that I sent you. Use the article How Candy Took Over America to answer the following question. Read the question carefully and then answer in the box. There's your box, and this can be on computer or on paper. What was the result of Chase's invention in the article How Candy Took Over America? So remember, the invention is the cause. So there's a couple of things that he did with his invention, and then they want to know what is a possible effect. And again, the answers are not supposed to be, you're not supposed to answer evidence with evidence. You're supposed to answer evidence. You're supposed to use evidence to come up with an answer in your head. What conclusion can you draw? What specific fact can you infer from the information that's given? So to do that, I went ahead and used my Read-Vising Graphic Organizer. Here's the question again. There's my transition teeter-totter seesaw. What was the effect of Chase's invention in the article How Candy Took Over America? All right. So the effect. Before I show you the effect, which is right there, I'm going to show you some pieces of evidence. Okay. There's evidence about the cause, the invention, and there's also evidence that kind of leads me to believe my effect that he became rich. Okay. So it says he became famous when he started to make candy with his invention instead of just medicine for sore throats. Okay. So when you look at that, you can see uh, it's right there in paragraph 2. So everything about this invention is in paragraph 1 and 2. And so if you want to give the location, you can say that in paragraph 2. Also, in paragraph 2, you can see what was the cause of the invention? Did, why did he invent this little machine? What was the reason? He created a machine that could create medicine for sore throats very quickly by just turning a crank. Okay. And that's all right there in paragraph 2. Okay. So because he was able to crank out those lozenges for sore throats very quickly, when he got the idea to say, you know what, I don't have to just make medicine, I can use this same exact machine to make candy. It says that he became famous. And so when you become famous, lots of people know you and lots of people hear about your invention. And of course, everybody likes candy. And so one idea that you can use, one answer is that he would become rich or wealthy or, because if you just say he became well known, that's already part of the evidence. So what they want to know is based on what they shared with you, what idea can you add? Well, anybody who's making a lot of something and doing it very easily and becoming famous for doing it is most likely going to become rich. And I think that's what happens is a lot of times people would only have the evidence in part 2 about the candy as the effect and evidence from the medicine as the cause, and there wouldn't really be uh, an answer to the question. What was the result? Yes, he made a machine, but the result is that because he could make medicine and candy, he would become a rich or a wealthy man. That's how one way I would solve that question. And so, um, if you believe in putting the response first, then you could write that part and you could highlight this part in red for the response answer. And you can highlight all of this, whichever parts you feel are the most important, um, because there were two different uses for his invention. So that's why I kind of put both of them. Thank you so much for watching another video. Uh, Please take care. Enjoy the rest of your day or week or whatever you're in right now when you're watching this. Adios.